Welcome to my channel, Ken here. Today let's take a look at Austrian Audio The Composer. Let's go! Hit that subscribe button, leave a comment below. Even though these headphones were provided to me by the distributor, they have no influence on what I'm going to say. So these Austrian Audio Composer headphones are their top of the line. And this is a relatively new company, Austrian Audio, but they have decades and decades of experience from AKG manufacturing. And they made tons of headphones. And I'm very familiar with the AKG headphones. But this is something new and something different for sure. These headphones have a sensitivity of 112 dB per volt, so very, very efficient. They have an impedance of 22 ohms, and they have a weight of 385 grams, which is relatively light compared to a lot of headphones I've tried. The package comes with 3 different kinds of cables, and the way these cables attach, there's a little connection point here on the side, and you just snap it in. Got to make sure that you have left on left, of course. And the headband itself, which is very interesting, they have these little locking mechanisms. And once you find the right fit, they kind of snap a little bit and they stay in place. Very cool little touch. These headphones has a secondary adjustment where you basically twist like this. And this is all the way. So when you put them on, the headband will then be sitting in a different spot on the top of your head. But it's very cool because it adds another level of adjustments and it's very tight so they don't slip. Another very cool touch about these is the ear pads. To clean them or replace them, it's just magnetic. So if these fall on the floor, they'll just pop out and you can just put them back in like that. It's very elegant, I have to say. And other than that, I think they're different looking, they're unique design, and you have this little relief in the middle here and a solid metal bar across here. These headphones are definitely one of the most comfortable I've tried, and also one of the most efficient. However, with that lower impedance, you got to be a little bit careful with iPads and iPhones. My iPad definitely saw that impedance and didn't play very loud. But my iPhone was the opposite. It was perfectly happy. Go figure. Any high-end headphone amp will drive these no problem. As a matter of fact, they're so efficient that you end up having the volume dial pretty low. As far as the cables are concerned that is supplied with it, it comes with a 4-pin XLR type connector. Well, I like to call them pseudo-balanced, but they're basically 2 times plus minus. They also comes, of course, with another cable, and this one is much shorter. This is with a 4-pin plus minus times 2. And then, of course, it comes with the ubiquitous 1/4-inch cable. Now, this plug here will unscrew, and you'll have a Mini 8 underneath it. The only one that's different in cable length, let me see if I can find it here. This one with the mini pseudo-balanced 2x2s, it's only 4.5 foot. But the other ones are 9 feet, or more than 9 feet, a little over 9 feet. So almost 3 meters. So that's very convenient. And you get a lot of choices. These are also very high-end type build, and they're braided. And I found them to be extremely good because they didn't curl up or get snagged in other cables. So I was very pleased with this. The fit here is incredible on these headphones. I think these are the most comfortable headphones I've tried. They stay put on the head. They definitely don't feel like they wear you out physically. And with these oblong or oval type over the ear, circumaural type fit, they just feel super comfortable to me. I am going to give a huge kudos here to Austrian Audio. Look at how clear they make left and right. I love that. That is so great. Not only that, but because this is off center, you can even feel what the back or the front is when you put them on. I never had any issues with trying to get these to fit right or just grab them quickly to check something. The headphones come in this very, very fancy case here. This is feels like wood with a nice locking mechanism. Very fancy for the cables. It is a molded foam, but very stiff foam. Impressive case. Tried this on a bunch of different amps, from the iPhone, iPad, to Ferrum Ore, the Austrian Audio Score, the HPA4, the Chord Alto, the Lynx Aurora N. Right away, I'm going to tell you that because these headphones are so efficient, it was only my iPad that kind of saw that lower impedance of 22 ohms. The rest of it, got blaring loud very quickly. Where I found most headphones to work at 11, 12 o'clock, this one more like 9 or 10 o'clock. Very efficient headphones, very easy to drive other than that 22 ohm impedance. And I don't think that anybody getting headphones at this price range is going to worry about driving them with an iPad. I would definitely recommend, and this is overall right away, is that these are so good that they're always going to tell you what's upstream, whether it's the recording or the headphone amp or the DAC or whatever it is that's upstream from the headphones. At first, they didn't impress me so much, and it took a while for them to break in, but once they broke in, they opened up completely in the top end for one thing, and they also started settling down in their lower frequencies, and I definitely had to wait until they were broken in before I could even make a determination of what they sound like. They're a little bit bright, but other than that, they are super detailed. They have a great top end and a phenomenal mid clarity. They are basically, I would even go as far as say they're reference quality in the top octaves, top 2 octaves or 3 octaves. They're the best dynamic driver headphones I've heard. Their dynamics are almost on par with planar magnetic, if not on par. I mean, their rhythmic drive is great. They exhibit upstream distortion and problems very, very well. So from a monitoring perspective, they're extremely useful in the studio because it'll tell you if you have problems with overloading and equipment distorting or phase issues and stuff like that. Their foreground to background perspective they're also reference level. I mean, when you listen to orchestral music, I was astounded by the fact that you could really tell where that mic was placed in the orchestra. So, for example, I listened to a Dvorak piece and I could tell that it was kind of funky how they had placed a microphone way too close to the harp. So the harp was really prominent. But not only that, it could also tell where on the harp, harp is a big instrument like this, where on the harp it was. And it was beaming right towards the second octave. So the definition on the mic placements is very, very good. And I even experienced that a little bit myself when I was recording something. Minute changes, it would really show that. So that's all great. So the left to right perspective and the perspective in general of these headphones is really, really good. So I really don't have anything too much to say about it. Is that the spread is really good, it's precise, it's accurate. What is a little bit unusual about this headphone when you're talking about the left to right perspective in general is it kind of throws the sound forward a little bit, which is very cool actually, and very pleasant to listen to when you can hear some depth to it. Does it have any problems? Well, nothing is perfect, and I wouldn't call it a problem as much as a sound signature. So the bass is definitely a little lightweight, and I found myself EQing it up 3 dBs, and once I did that, I could tell that this bass is also very, very good. Usually you have a headphone where just because it's low in volume, you say, oh, okay, well then it's weak in that area. But no, we boosted a little bit, and the definition and the punch was great. The bigger problem I had with these headphones, it had a significant dip at 2K. So I think that's a problematic area to have a dip at, but I boosted that a little bit, and you don't have any underlying problems there. So other than the fact that it just dipped down and came right back up, just something to be aware of. I've said this many times, there are no headphones that are flat. Not one that I've heard. These headphones right out of the box after breaking in are a little bright, and with a little help from an EQ, to me, they balance them out quite significantly, and I enjoyed these headphones quite a bit. So to me, they're definitely in some areas reference level, especially in the top end. That top end, cymbals and air and reverb, it's really, really good. It's reference quality we're talking about here. So therefore, other headphones have to compare to this one, not the other way around. So this is the best I've heard so far in the top octaves, down to 2K, where you have that dip. The mid-range is also really good because you have really nice separation. The guitar sounded good and all that. There is one little issue that I'm still trying to work through. I felt like there was just a very small area in the upper mids that had some slight coloration, a little bit of smearing. At this price range, they definitely punch above their weight class, and they compete with the big boys here, all the other reference quality headphones. So I have to say to Austrian Audio, great job on these headphones, and I do recommend them highly. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, take care.